Hey everybody, this is Dr. Heather coming to you live from Ask Dr. Heather. I am here in my bathroom. Yes, this is the first time I've done any Facebook Live from my bathroom, but I thought this was an important place to start. Yesterday we talked about toothpaste. Today, get this, 95% of Americans spend over $18 billion a year on something that could be making you sick. Are you like everybody else and you are really confused about conflicting advice? We're going to bring the truth to you now. And again, this is some inconclusive studies, but let's just take the basics back down. How many of us out there sweat? All of us sweat. It's actually our body's natural way of getting rid of viruses, bacteria. It's our body's way of actually cooling itself. Well, how come we're using antiperspirants and deodorants if we're supposed to naturally sweat, because that's the way our body eliminates viruses, toxins, because our skin again is our largest organ. We need to get that stuff out. But how many people, $18 billion, are buying this stuff? I've been in a hotel this weekend. Is this, or maybe better yet, what if you're using this? Have you seen what the ingredients are? We know that there are ingredients in these products that actually, I'm turning my camera right there, actually cause neurological, reproductive, immune system, all sorts of different allergens from what you can find in probably right in your cupboard. So if you have this in your cupboard, I want you to show me a picture of it down below. So what's wrong with this stuff? What's so bad about it? We know that we have a ton of lymph nodes underneath our armpits. That's where our body's supposed to naturally cool. That's actually its job. What the lymph nodes are supposed to do is actually they're supposed to collect toxins and then let go of them as it comes through our blood supply. So what happens if you're there and you're pasting them all shut and you're using an perspirant, again, your body's supposed to sweat to get rid of that stuff. Well, how many people out there are actually worried that they have a family history of cancer, or how many men now are actually getting breast cancer? There are, I'm not going to say there are linking studies. I'm trying to keep my words very, very clear here. There are studies out there suspecting with high suspicious rates that we know that what these do is they actually mimic estrogen. So if you have something that you're mimicking estrogen, male or female, teenage boy or older lady, and you're putting it on your lymph nodes, on your sweat ducts, and causing them to be clogged up and closed, and they have things like pesticides. There's a pesticide called triclosan. You actually find it even in diapering. Triclosan is a normal pesticide. It actually is known to be antibiotic resistant. Also is known that there's a lot of bacteria that once it starts getting in your body, you can't get rid of it. We also know that it really causes a lot of inflammation. So if you're using this on your baby bum, or you're going to find it in things like this, again, I'm not supposed to name names, we know that we should get those out of our cupboard, you guys. If people are spending $18 billion a year, that means we could save a whole lot of money. And then if we start thinking what we could actually do for our health care, knowing that there are pesticide mimicking things that actually mimic estrogens, that they have actually found that some of the things found in these items have been found in cancer cells and lymph nodes that they have removed from men and women. I know people think this is a women's issue only. This is not. This is a men and women. So what's the worst thing? Your armpits might show wet. Everybody sweats. Is that worse than maybe finding some lymph nodes that maybe have some pesticides in them, or maybe have precancerous stuff? You guys can Google all you want. You're going to find a lot of information when you look at the hazards of deodorants and antiperspirants. They have artificial flavorings. They have artificial colorings, they have artificial scents in there, they have pesticides, they have things like aluminum that again mimic your estrogen cells, which is exactly what we don't want to do. We also see them being a huge hormone disruptor and actually mimicking what the thyroid does as well. So what's a big point, or why would someone want to use a antiperspirant or anti-deodorant? There are natural ways, and we're going to show you how, but normally people do it because they don't want to have embarrassing wet spots. Again, everybody sweats, guys. It's a natural way to do it, but I'm going to give you a super quick recipe here that you can use. So you can actually take coconut oil, not the liquid, but the stuff that's hard. This is antimicrobial, antibacterial, and antiparasitic. How about that? We also know that every single cell membrane of our body actually has a fat layer, phospholipid bilayer. We need healthy fats. You can simply just take fractionated coconut oil, again, antimicrobial, antibacterial, antifungal. These things are not. Put a little baking soda in there because that'll actually dry some stuff up, right? Our body knows what to do with baking soda. It's actually safe to consume. And then you can actually, if you're fighting fighting maybe, I pulled some things out of my cupboard, maybe you fight a little bit of razor rash, or maybe your person has a little bit of eczema. Tea tree oil is amazing, antifungal, anti-parasitic, but you know what? Most people wear deodorant because they don't want to sweat. Well, we just found out that we can use a nice cocktail of baking soda and coconut oil or arrowroot starch, and then however you want to smell that day. You want to smell like frankincense? Smell like frankincense. Maybe you want to smell like peppermint. I know we talked about toothpaste yesterday. Maybe you want to taste like Thieves. Thieves actually is a really good antimicrobial, so that would be a great thing to put in your deodorant that you're going to make at home now and throw the other stuff away. Or maybe you just like the smell of lavender. So you can pick any smell that you want, and we're going to drop a recipe down below. Erin's helping me some of these bathroom hack and makeovers. So we talked toothpaste yesterday. Hopefully you guys all threw that out and made your own. So with some of the same things that we made toothpaste with, we can make deodorants with. So if you've been confused about to use an antiperspirant or to use a deodorant or not, my thing is, if there's words on there that you cannot read, and it is not something that you can eat, because we know we can eat this, we know we can eat this, we know we should not eat this. Don't put stuff on your body that you cannot put in your body. Remember, we have pores in our skin that open up. They're little channels that let water in, and salt and sodium, potassium, all those things go in and out through our pores in our body. They get absorbed into our bloodstream. That's why there's some pharmaceuticals that you can put creams on. So when we're talking about our armpits, and we're talking about breasts. This is a serious subject. Men are getting breast cancer at a very high rate. Even teenage boys are getting breast cancer at a very high rate. I'm not going to pick out different names. I'm going to let you guys do a little deep dive. Get into your cupboard. If you've got teenage boys, go see what they're putting. Teenage girls, see what they're putting in their bodies. And we know what's the first thing they do when someone has a suspicious node. They do a signal node biopsy. That is right here in your armpit. They take out those nodes because we have thousands of lymph nodes there. The lymph nodes are there to actually clog up and get debris. Well, what if you're putting this debris on here once or twice every single day? That makes sense that they're going to find them in your lymph nodes. They're going to find them in some of those cancerous cells. I will do a pretty good job getting those sites posted tomorrow. So what I really want to do in this 30 days, this is day 3 of our 10-day cupboard makeover, is give you some very simple things to think about and say, you know what, I could make my own deodorant. That's cool. I could do that. I'm just going to go get a glass container. I'm going to get just a tongue depressor or a spoon. I'm going to mash that all together. Again, we will put the recipe down below. Erin's working on that right now with a quick little video, and then you'll find it all on my blog under Medicine Cabinet Makeovers, because I know oftentimes I talk about food, but I want you also to know what you're putting on your body is just as important as what you're putting in your body, on top of your body. So if you wouldn't eat it, don't put it on your body. So yes, you could use this for amazing lotion if you want to on your skin or your hand, because again, you would eat this, and again, tons and tons of amazing benefits there. So let me just say, I've got a couple questions, and we're going to keep these short and sweet. And again, I want to hear from you guys. So tomorrow we've also got a hot topic for you, but today it's all about deodorants. So when we look at deodorants, I started making a whole bunch of notes, as I always do. We can talk about parabens. We actually found in 2004, so 14 years ago, 8 out of 20 samples of tissues taken from the breast actually had parabens in them. We talked about that with plastics. If you're drinking out of plastic containers all the time, you're microwaving them or put them in the dishwasher, you're breaking down all those plastic xenohormones that mimic and cause hormone disruption. We talk about hormone or endocrine disruption. I'm going to go into more detail on my blog, not here. What that really means is it means that it gives you fake things that your thyroid may think, oh, I think that's a thyroid hormone. No, wait, nope, that's paraben. And then, oh my gosh, I think that's going to be iodine to convert my T3 to T4. Nope, that's actually aluminum that I got from something I put on my skin or underneath my arm. So I am going to challenge you guys to get into your bathroom and cupboard, and I'm telling you guys, right here, legitly from my bathroom, I am pulling things out. I'm throwing them away with you. We're going to make some deodorant tomorrow. Erin's making it right now, and she's going to pop that recipe down below. And then again, I'll have more scientific data on my AskDrHeather.net blog. If you don't know where that is, I'll drop that down below as well. Want to know what you guys want to hear about. But this is day 3 of our Get the Fake and Artificial Stuff Out of Your House and Let Your Body Start Living Naturally and Cleaner. So this is Dr. Heather Carden saying have a great day. I will come on and check your questions here in just about 30 minutes. So have a super day. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow for day 4.